Good afternoon, world. This is Ivan Amaro. I hope you guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday. I just came back from my shift identities. Did you walk to work, Ivan? Yeah. I walked to work this morning, but the other guy gives me a ride now. And he gives me a ride to the gas station, and I walk home from there. Because I'm too tired to walk all the way from Denny's to home. It's a fucking 40-minute walk, man. It's a far walk. Yeah. I hope I get my first welfare check. I get approved. I get my first $1,000 check. So I want to get my laptop. I want to work on the Unique. After this video, I have to clean the walls in my room and the bathroom for like $12-15 because I need that money. I don't want to spend any more of my money because I want to have enough money until next Sunday when I get paid, obviously. Yeah. Sir? What do you got? I'm eating a wrap. I have my Denny's food here, but I'm eating the beef wrap, like mayonnaise, tomatoes, and onions, obviously, right? It's like a burrito, right? It's really good. Ivan, what's your second choice after being a movie star? Probably the pro hockey athlete. I'd rather be a pro hockey athlete than being what? An author, right? Being a pro hockey athlete is more fun than being an author, obviously. If I want to be a pro hockey athlete, VJ will support me, obviously. VJ will just do her music. Yeah, if you want to start your pro hockey league, you can do your thing. And I'll just do music. VJ will do music, obviously. I'll start a league better than the SHL. No. Yeah. But the Pro Hockey League will cost me more money. I told you, if I write their unique ad things, I'll be making probably my 40 billion, so I put a good $15 billion into the league. I still have, 25 billion left over, and VJ will do her music on the side. Music does not cost much. Like Victoria Justice can either start her own music production company. If I end up being a pro hockey athlete, which I'm not, and my second choice, then Victoria Justice can start her own music production company, or she can just do it independently. It's up to her. I'm like, I don't want. There's no point of wasting like millions of dollars starting a music production company. You can just make your music independently, right? Without having your own label behind it. You just hire your own team or producers. You have your own recording studio. They do music videos for you. Yeah. If I was a pro hockey player, you'd have the Carrie Underwood, Mike Fisher thing. Mike Fisher is a pro hockey player. He retired, and Carrie Underwood she does music. Victoria Justice will do her music obviously on the side. Yeah, and I'll support you if you want to be a pro hockey player. I think you're crazy. I mean, yeah, my dream is to be a movie star. It's not being a pro hockey athlete. But hypothetically speaking, if I did start my own pro hockey league, I would do that, and then VJ would do her music on the side, obviously. Yeah. Fuck. I'm sorry. How many teams will you have, Ivan? I'll have 25 teams in the league. 13 teams in Canada, 12 teams in the States. And I would have a $200 million salary cap per team. That way you can pay the hockey players more money. And I'd also have an SHL draft But I'll be grabbing most of the all the best players in the States, Europe, and Canada who play in the juniors. Those guys, most of those guys will end up in my SHL, and the NHL would get some of the leftovers, obviously. Obviously, as all the sport agents will tell all these upcoming young hockey players, yeah, sign with the SHL. The SHL can pay you more than the NHL. Star players in my league will be peaking at like $50 million a year. But the only way an athlete would ever make $50 million a year is if the guy is a generational talent like Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid. And Ovechkin, obviously. Obviously, can the GMs pay the players how much ever they want? Yes, they can. But I'm gonna tell the GMs, like, don't be stupid with your money. Like, if a player demands $60 million, you're being stupid with your money. You're gonna drain the budget if you pay a player $60 million. Like, I recommend you don't go any higher than $50 million. And I recommend don't pay a player $50 million unless the guy is a rare talent like Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid, and like Ovechkin, those guys, right? The upcoming junior players and NCAA players in the States, and the players in Europe. Obviously, I'll have to do like 3 years of training to play in the league. Yeah, if you want to, you put on a show when you play Ivan, but like, if you want to really be a star player, you got to train. And I'll hire the best hockey trainers in the world to train me for like 3 years. And that's how I become a star player in the league, obviously. Yeah. Because my goal will be to put up 100 plus points a season. Obviously. And I'll be like one of the oldest players in the league. I'll be in my 40s, right, when I play in the league. Because even though I'm 40 now, I'm 43, 44, I look like I'm like 33 and I'm ageless. I can play until I'm like 30 years in the league if I wanted to. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. What about Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and all those guys? It's too late for those guys. They're too old. Sidney Crosby's already pushing retirement. Connor McDavid is 30. So if I start that pro league, Connor McDavid will be retiring in the NHL. The only thing those guys can do is maybe get a front office job or a coaching job. But chances are it's going to be tough for those guys to get a job because they don't have experience, obviously. Yeah, I can't play in Ivan's SHL league, but it would be nice for me to be a coach in this league. I'd love to be a legendary coach in this league or maybe be a GM, but I mean, it's up to the presidents of the teams to hire those guys. And chances are they have a lot of competition. Those guys don't have any experience. They're amazing players, but they don't have any experience coaching the league, obviously. Coaching, right? Yeah. Don't even say no. Yeah. 200 million salary cap? Yeah. That's beating out the NBA and the NFL, man, in salaries. Yeah. And the highest I'll go for a star player for league revenue is 20 million. I'm never gonna pay a star player anymore. I'm gonna put a rule in the league. Yeah, the cap's at 200 million. Only the star players. So every team has like maybe 2, 3 star players. Those guys can get their 5, 7, 8 million, 10 million, 50, and the really, really generational talents can get their 20 million of the team league revenue. Obviously, from the merchandise and the team revenue, but they don't go any higher than 20 million. I don't want these guys to duplicate some Sarah. Yeah. Alright, would you love being a pro hockey player? Yeah, I would, man. Being a pro hockey player is fucking fun too, but is it better than being a movie star? No. Being a movie star is my ultimate dream. It's not being a pro hockey, but that's probably my second choice. Because being a pro hockey player is fucking cool, man. The fans love you and everything, and my league will be way more popular than the NHL, man, because it's the NHL on steroids. Yeah. I'm going to have better training for the athletes, better facilities. Yeah. Because the guys will tell me, yeah, if you want to build unheard of arenas, you got to put a good like $300 million towards each of your arenas. And I'll put an equal amount towards each arena. That way it's fair for the facilities. Yeah, I want you to build an arena, and I also want a practice facility for training, an arena where the players play. You have to build that. You have to build the locker rooms. You have to hire press people for each team. How much press people? I can hire a good like 14, 15 press people per team who are going to interview the star hockey players in my league, obviously. Assuming I start the league guys, right? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how much do the players you make in your league on average? If the guy's not a generational talent like Connor McDavid and Sidney Crosby and Ovechkin, they'll probably peak at maybe $30 million, $33 million a year per season with their league revenue money, which can be maybe $5 million a season. And the only way a player will make 40, 45, 50 is if the guy's a generational talent like Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and Ovechkin, and Austin Matthews and all those guys. I'm saying playing in the NHL. Guys, I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to give the coaches and GMs full power? Yeah, the coaches and GMs have full power in my league to release whoever they want to release, to sign whoever they want to sign. You know, they have that power, obviously, and they also have the power to release me too. Obviously, but the only way I will get released is if I'm a horrible player. If I'm a star player, the team will keep me. Obviously, the coaches will keep me. But my contract is separate from the player's contract because I own the league. My earnings is the league. I get the league revenue earnings, obviously. So at the end of every season, I get together with the board of governors in the SHL. They tell me how much money the league made. Yeah, Ivan, the league made like 40 billion in revenue, Ivan. 35, 40 billion in revenue. How much do you want to pocket? Okay, I'll pocket a good like, let's say the league does, I don't know, 30 billion in revenue. I'll take $17 million. I made my money back and put $13 billion back into the league for each team, obviously. So each team gets each team from my SHL, each of my SHL teams will have like a $500 million operating budget revenue for each team, man. NHL doesn't have that kind of money, man. No, NHL, they have maybe a $50 million, $60 million operating budget per NHL team, and some teams even less. Because some teams in the NHL are losing money, obviously. It's the American teams in the NHL. Quite a bit of them are losing money because hockey is just not that popular in the States. Because the Canadian teams in the NHL are all profitable teams. They all make money because hockey's so popular in Canada. It's the American teams that struggle more with profit, some of them, right? Because hockey is just not that popular in America, obviously. Yeah, from Sarah. Ivan, how do you want to improve the game? Okay, you have to have better training for the players. I want you to build better rinks. That way you get better performance on the ice. Upgraded SHL sticks. That way you get a better performance on the ice. Obviously, yeah, upgraded skates. I'm gonna have my league create like my own SHL skates for all the players in the league. So it's my own brand, like an SHL skate for each team, obviously. I told you, if I do start that SHL hockey league, hypothetically speaking, Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, and all these NHL players are gonna feel like shit because they're gonna feel like they missed out on an opportunity. Yeah, I wish I was born in like 2020 and I was drafted in Ivan's SHL league, and I got to be a starter in Ivan's league. And now they would have made way more money playing in my league than playing in the fucking NHL. NHL, like, star players peaked at $60 million in the NHL. Sidney Crosby peaked at $12 million. Connor McDavid peaked at like $13.5 million, which is a lot of money. But I mean, like, I believe those guys deserve more money, but the NHL can't afford to pay those guys more money because they're generational talent. They put on a show. They played by league, those guys will be making their $45-50 million. McDavid would probably negotiate for a $50 million contract per season. And Sidney Crosby maybe 45, obviously, because I think McDavid has a bit more potential than Sidney Crosby with his speed. And he's arguably a little bit better than Sidney Crosby. Don't hate Sidney Crosby. I'm saying, yeah, some sour. Yeah. Do you think a player in your league will make $50 million? The only way a player will make $50 million in my league is if they're a generational talent like Connor McDavid, Sidney Crosby, Austin Matthews, Ovechkin. Those guys can get like 40 plus million to 50 million. But if the guy is an amazing player, but he's not a generational talent, like Jerome McGinley, those guys can borrow for maybe 30 million, 27 million. And the guys who are like a star players too, but they're not like the other guys, they can at least make their 25 million a season. Obviously. Yeah. But to start my SHL league, yeah, I have to put like 15 billion towards my league. But I'll make my money back. Yeah, Ivan, you'll make your money back after your first season. Yeah, after my first season, I'll make my $50 million back. It's a good investment, obviously. Sorry. Yeah. You have to hire play-by-play guys, commentators, sport anchors. You can bring some of the NHL guys and have them work for your league. I can pay them more than what they make in the NHL. Because most NHL sport anchors probably make like $150,000, $200,000 a year. I can pay those guys $300,000 a year as sport anchors. Obviously. And the coaches, you can pay them their millions too. They don't make as much as the players, the coaches. I'll tell for my league, okay, for the coaches, don't pay a coach any less than $5 million. And the really, really good ones, you can pay them $20 million a season if they're really, really good coaches. Obviously. But don't go any higher than $20 million for the coaches. NHL coaches don't make that. NHL coaches peak at maybe $7 million a year. And the ones who start out make maybe their $1.5 million, $2 million a year, the NHL coaches. And a lot of NHL coaches or ex-NHL coaches will be applying to my SHL league to coach in my league. Because I can pay them more than what they make in the NHL, obviously. Will your games be on TV? It is on TV, but you have to watch it through the online app. But for the online app, I'm gonna have the Chromecast app on it. So when you watch the games, you can watch it on your TV. You can do a thing where you charge the world $140 to watch the whole season. So you pay your $140 and you get to watch the entire whatever team you want to watch. You can watch all the games for like $140. That's a good deal for you guys, right? $140 for the people who want to watch TV at home, and then for the fans, obviously, who want to come to the games, that's more expensive, obviously. Season tickets will be a few $1,000s. I have to make my money, obviously, right? NHL season tickets are expensive. They range from like $2,000, $3,000 and up to like $8,000 for the front row seats. It'll be like $7,000, $7,500 for season tickets. So you have to make your money. You also got to sell the merch too, right? You also have to hire photographers, people who keep track of the stats. It's a lot of fucking cost, man. The photographers who take pictures for the games, obviously, and you have to hire a press. You have to hire a press team for each team, and then the main press for the NHL website, the news and everything. You have to hire all those guys. Obviously, for the SHL, or not the NHL, the SHL, obviously. What would you call it, Ivan? The Supreme Hockey League. The Supreme Hockey League. Why not Superior? Superior sounds a bit cocky. I'm not going to call it Superior. Supreme is better. The Supreme Hockey League. That's my idea for my SHL. Hypothetically speaking, if I did start my own pro hockey league, obviously. Would VJ own it too? Yeah, VJ would own it with me. Just like my money I make off the league, it's me and VJ's money. Just like VJ's music is me and her money too, because we're sharing the same account. So whatever money VJ makes off her music, that's both our money. Whatever money I make off my pro hockey league, that's VJ's money too. It's both our money. We're sharing the money together. You see what I'm saying, sweetie? Alright, so you're saying, yeah. Will VJ support you? Yeah, she'd support me. Yeah, VJ's like, yeah, Ivan, I think you're crazy. You'd rather be a pro hockey player than movie star. No, VJ, I want to movie star with you. But hypothetically speaking, if I did start my own pro hockey league, Victoria Justice would support me, yeah, and I'll support you. I'll just do my music on the side, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan, I'll just do my albums. You can do your hockey if you want. That's what Vigil would tell me, obviously. You should support me, obviously, right? Right, sweetie? Yeah, Ivan, yeah. So, Ivan, you want to start your SHL hockey league? Yeah. You want it better in the NHL? Yeah. Okay, Ivan, you gotta hire a board of governors to run your league. Yeah, a board of governors. You have to pay them a salary, and then you're gonna have to. The first thing you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to start scouting. We have to start scouting in all these locations in the States and Canada to build the arenas. And you want better facilities in the NHL, Ivan? Yeah. Okay, how much money you want to put towards the cap? $200 million. Or you can pay the players more money than what they make in the NHL. Ivan, man, you're fucking generous. Yeah, I'm gonna be making my blades. It doesn't hurt to make sure the star athletes get paid good money. Like the star players can make their 20, 25, 30 million. The really, really good ones who are generational talents can make their 40, 50 million, 35 million. And then the good players now can make like what star players make in the NHL. They can make their 12, 13 million. That's for the good players. They can make 13, 14 million in NHL. That way they can make it really with their family, obviously. And the average players can make maybe their 6 million in the NHL. The average players. Some Sarah? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. What do you want the minimum to be in your NHL? Have the minimum be $800,000. $70,000 is good enough for the minimum. That way the players can feed their family, right? On him, so yeah. Yeah. And Ivan, you want better quality for your television for the broadcasting games, yeah. Can you put 4K technology? We could do that, but that's gonna cost more money. You have to get better cameras, yeah. Put 4K technology into the games. That way, NHL's 1080p. Put 4K technology into the games. That way, the fans get a better experience who are watching the games. So you want this to be NHL on steroids, Ivan? Yes. And you want to have a draft too? Yes. Draft the best junior players in Canada, the best NCAA players in the States, and the best players in Europe. Yeah, you have to have a scouting team. Yeah, you have to have a scouting team. And now, so you want the SHL to not compete with the NHL with scouts? Yes. The SHL is not competing with the NHL with scouting the players. But I told you, all the sport agents are going to tell all the scouts, are going to tell all the players, yeah, play in the SHL. Ivan's league can pay you way more than what the NHL can pay you, obviously. Go ahead and say, yeah, the gatekeepers NHL system right now. What they own right now. Yeah. Yeah, but why hockey? I guarantee you, all you American guys, I bet you're fucking crazy. You'd rather be a hockey player than be a football player or basketball player. Yes, there's something more glorious about making plays in hockey than these other sports. And football is tough. I would want to be a quarterback if I played football. Quarterback is fucking tough, man. Football is a little bit tougher than hockey in a way because, and you have injuries too. Football, you can get injured. And basketball is just too tough. I can't play. Basketball is very, very. I'm not tall enough. I can't really dunk. Baseball is more boring. That's why I don't want to. That's why I'm interested in hockey, man. Hockey is glorious. I mean, it's glory. That's why Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, all these guys are like shit, man. If I do start that league, right? You never know. I might perhaps maybe start that pro hockey league over being a movie star. We'll see what happens. I don't know. But I highly doubt those. Most likely to be movie star. Being movie star is my dream, right? You guys would support me. Yeah, I mean, even if you're a pro hockey player, I'd watch you play. That's still glory. Yeah. That's still glory. And I will do documentaries of, like, the behind the scenes of the season for each team in the league. That way, you can do that behind the scenes. Like, do like a documentary of the behind the scenes of, like, the players getting drafted and training camp. I want to document filming that. the way and you release it for the world to see. That way it's interesting. Okay, I was just saying, yeah. Will you have the world pay for that documentary? No, that documentary the world doesn't pay for that. Yeah. So Ivan, how much teams do you want? 25 teams. Ivan, not 30. Nah, man. If I have 32 teams, I have to put like 20 million into the league. That's a lot of my money. No. 25 teams is enough. 13 teams in Canada, 12 teams in the States. Ivan, what cities? Like okay, I want a team in Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton. I want a team in Saskatchewan. I want a Regina team, a Winnipeg team. So Ivan, you want your pro teams to compete with the NHL? Yes, in the same city, obviously. So you have Vancouver, you have Edmonton, you have Calgary, you have Regina. I'll have a team in Regina, Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's a good market for hockey because the CFL Saskatchewan Roughriders are the most profitable team in the league, and they're very popular. I want a Regina team, so Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Regina, Winnipeg. That's five. That's five, obviously. Then out west, I want a Halifax team. That's six. A Montreal team, a Quebec City team. That's eight. An Ottawa team. That's nine. Obviously, a Toronto team. That's 10. A Hamilton team. The NHL doesn't have a Hamilton. I'm in Hamilton. That's what? That's 11. Obviously. And you can have like two smaller teams. You can have a Kingston team. You want a Kingston team, Ivan? Yeah. Kingston has about 100,000 people living there. My arenas will fit about 23,000 fans. Those fans will come to the game, guys. A Kingston team, and then another team, maybe another smaller town team. I don't know what other town team. Maybe another team, but it has to be a smaller town team. Obviously, I don't know. Maybe a Victoria team. You can have one Vancouver team and one Victoria team in BC, and that's 13 teams in Canada. And then the States, you can have a Buffalo team. You can have a New York team, a Texas team. There's no Texas NHL team. You guys see what I'm saying? And then you have 12 teams in the States for my SHL leagues, I'm saying. Yeah. I think I might ask to clean the house tomorrow. I'm fucking tired, man. I might just go get my pack of smokes today. And then tomorrow I can clean the house in the morning when I wake up, right? Because I'm lazy, but or I might just clean today. I need the money, but yeah. A lot of ex NHL coaches apply to your league. Oh yeah, they will, because I can pay them more than what they make in the NHL. And a lot of ex GMs are going to apply too. Obviously. Yeah, you have to have scouts. Yeah, I know. I want scouts scouting the best players in Canada, juniors, and the NCAA American guys, and also guys in Europe. That way you get quality hockey. But if you want the quality of the hockey game to be better than the NHL, you have to put them through better training. Obviously, and I have a much bigger budget to have better training programs for the athletes, obviously. Off-season and on-ice training. Yeah. Put the athletes through off-ice training and on-ice training. That way you get a better performance on the ice. And to upgrade their performance, have upgraded skates, upgraded like sticks, better quality sticks that way you get better performance on the ice, better ice rinks. So you want to upgrade the facilities? Yeah, upgrade it. You want two rinks? Yeah, in each arena you have a practice facility where the players practice, and you have the main facility where they play the games. And you need to hire sport anchors who are gonna talk about the players and the coaches and all that stuff. Who's the best player in the NHL, in the SHL and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You have to have people talking, obviously. Yeah. Will the NHL still be? Will the NHL still be a top notch pro league? Yes, it will, but it will not be as good as my league because most of the best players are going to end up in my SHL. The NHL is getting a bit of the guys, but they're getting a bit more of the leftovers. But they're still getting the best players, but like the really, really, really good ones are all going to end up in my league, the SHL. But the NHL will still be an amazing pro hockey league, but it's now number two behind my league, the SHL, obviously, as they can't compete with my SHL, as they don't have the keys like me. Don't hate him saying that. Why? My league's making way more money than the NHL. I can pay the players way more than what the NHL players make, obviously. But even the pro hockey players who are in the NHL will still be happy because they're still making a great living and they're rich. They're making millions, but they're not making the kind of money the players are making in my league, obviously. Yeah. You think some of the players might get greedy, obviously. Yeah, some of them might get greedy. They might want to raise. They might ask the league for a $300 million. Ivan, do you have say over the lockdown and the strike? No, I don't. I give the board of governors and the GMs and the presidents the power to make the decision. But I'm going to have a meeting with those guys. Look, man, even though you guys have power, if there is a lockdown, there's a strike, and the players get greedy, if they want like a $50 million cap raise, you have to say no, as you're affecting my budget. Like, don't go any higher than maybe 15 million raise. 20 million raise is good enough, man. You don't want these guys duping me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Why, man? It's not fair. Like, you're making like you're 17 billion every season for all league revenue. We deserve a raise. Look, man, if you're not happy with what I'm paying you, go play in the NHL and make less money, man. I'm generous enough to put $200 million of my own money into each team to make sure you get paid. You don't make this in the NHL. If you make 20 million, 25, 30 million a year per season, that's good enough. You're living a great life, the rich life with your girlfriend, your wife, and your family, man. And if you're a star player, I also give you league revenue. But if you think I'm going to give you like $30, $50 million of each team of the team league revenue, you're crazy. I'm not going any higher than 20 million. But the only way a star player will get 20 million is if the guy is rare talent like Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, and Ovechkin, all those guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. I told you it's too late for those. I'm talking to you guys. It's too late for you guys. You guys are all old. By the time I start my league, it'll be the new generation who are lucky. You guys are too old. Don't hate him saying, yeah, you're too old. It's too late for you guys. Don't hate him saying, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's too late for you guys. Ivan, man, like, you're such a fucking dick, man. Yeah, City Crosby, Harmony, and all that. I'm like, shit, man. Like, they're gonna feel like they missed out on opportunity. Yeah, we got to be legends in the NHL, but like the SHL is better than the NHL, and like we're legends in the gatekeepers NHL system. Whereas all these players who are playing Ivy League got to be legends, obviously. In Ivan's league, and my goal will be to be a legend too in my own league, obviously. How long you play for, Ivan? I can play forever if I want to, man. I'm ageless forever. I'm not going to play forever. I might play for maybe 35 seasons in the league and I'll call it quits. Then after that, I might transition into being a sport anchor or maybe coaching in the league. My next goal will be to be a legendary coach. And being a coach, I can coach for 50 years if I want to in the league. My goal would be to be a legendary coach, obviously, after I play, obviously, in the league. That'd be my goal, obviously. Yeah. You think all these NHL athletes are like, yo, Ivan, don't do this. Yeah, Ivan, man, don't do this, man. If you do this, man, we're going to feel like shit. we're gonna feel like we missed an opportunity. Yeah, they missed on the opportunity. Obviously, Sidney Crosby's already pushing retirement. He's getting old. Don't hate him, son. Connor McDavid is still pretty young, but he's like 30 now. By the time I start the league in maybe, I don't know, 11, 12 years from now, he'll be retiring. Connor McDavid. Obviously. So let's say I start the league in 10 years from now. Connor McDavid will be 40. So he could play in my league, but maybe for maybe 2 years. He'll be playing when he's past his prime. So he won't be able to bargain for as much money anymore, Connor McDavid, right? He'll be lucky to maybe get a $15 million deal in my league. Because now he's past his prime. He's older now. Oh, I'm saying, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. And Sidney Crosby will be like 50. He'll be like late 40s. He's done. Oh, I'm saying, Ovechkin's done. Malkin. Those guys are all done. They're all old, those guys. Oh, I'm saying, yeah. Ivan. You also have to have chartered flights. Yeah, but you have to charter flights. Okay, Ivan, how much money you want to put towards each of the chartered flights? Okay, put $35 million towards for a team chartered flight for each team. That's why I have to put like $15 billion towards all this, man. It's a lot of money, man. So 35 times what? 35 times, let's say 25 teams. I'll do this. 35 million times 25. Yeah, that's $875 million in cost. The arenas is $300 million to build like your another facility per team. 300 times 25. That's $7.5 billion in cost just to build the arenas, and another $200 million towards each team for the cap. That's $5 billion. That's why I have to put like $14, $15 billion of my money into the league. And you also have the other costs too. Obviously, like producing the skates, that's millions. The sticks, the SHL sticks, that's millions. And you have to hire the best trainers to train the athletes in better program for training the star athletes in your SHL league, Ivan. Yeah, it's a lot of money, man. Yeah. They're gonna tell me, Ivan, man, if you want to protect your investment, you have to play in the league. If you don't play in the league, Ivan, you can lose money. I know. But you want to be a star player in the league? Yeah, I do. Okay, Ivan, we have to get you in touch with the best hockey trainers in the world. You got to go through 2-3 years of rigorous training. Stick handling, shooting, power skating, all that stuff, Ivan. Okay. And they train me, and I don't know, I'm an amazing player in the league. Obviously. Ivan, do you think you'll ever be as good as Connor McDavid and all those guys and Sidney Crosby? No, I don't think so. Ivan, you're humble. No, like I'm being serious. I don't think I can do the stuff that those guys do. But my potential is higher than those guys because I have the God gene. Obviously, those guys don't have the God gene like me, right? Yeah. God gave me all the gifts to be successful in whatever I want to do. I can do stand-up comedy. I can write books. You guys read my Zane's book. It's the greatest fantasy novel written, and obviously, but because I have very little training in writing, that's why my writing is a bit raw. But if I had years of training, I'd be an amazing author. Obviously, I have all the gifts to be successful as well. Obviously, I have a higher potential than even Sidney Crosby, Wayne Gretzky, and Connor McDavid. I know it's ballsy of me to say that, but it's the truth. The potential's higher, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be better than them when I play to us. That's the thing, though. I might not be as good as those guys, but I have the potential's higher than those guys. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all right, you got some balls to that. Well, I don't mean to be cocky. It's just the truth. I have the God gene. My potential is higher than all those guys, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna peak at their level. That's my honest answer. You know what I'm saying? Will all these NHL athletes play shit? Yeah, they will. All the retired NHL athletes, their goal would be to work in my league, maybe as a sport anchor or maybe be a coach. But like chance, it's tough for them to get a coaching job because they don't have the experience. The league with the presidents would rather hire the GMs would rather hire someone who has experience as a coach. Just because you're a great player doesn't mean you're going to be a great coach. As Gretzky flopped as a coach, right? He was Gretzky is like what the greatest hockey player in history, NHL history. He flopped as a coach, Gretzky. Some Sarah, yeah. Gretzky flopped as a coach. So just because you're a great player doesn't mean you're going to be a great coach, right? Don't hate him and say, yeah. Why you think you'd be a great coach? Yes, I think whatever I put my mind to, I can be. Um, amazing at it. All I have to do is just study how the game works, study how teams play. Okay, these players are good, and I come up with a system whereby my team's amazing because I'm a genius. Obviously, I have the creative. I'm very creative too. That's why I think I'd be an amazing hockey coach too if I really studied the material and everything. I think I'd be an amazing hockey coach. As guys, I have the key. I found out the key to fixing the CFL's problems, man. I know. I'm talking to you, CFL. I know what your problem is in your league. Why your league has no growth. It's the American talent problem. You have to get rid of those guys, man. It's the Canadian players. That's how your league can grow to a finals winner of business. But you guys are blind by the American talent. You're like, oh, CFL's never gonna do that though. Never gonna happen. Sarah. Yeah. CFL's never gonna do that. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Yeah, well, yeah, I understand CFO. You're never going to do that, but if you see minimal growth in the next 20 years, like you know what I'm saying, obviously something is not right in your league. Obviously, so I'm saying don't hate them. So yeah, almost under I'll talk 50 minutes. That's good enough. Well, the hockey players do commercials. Yes, they'll be doing promo commercials, everything. Yeah, they get paid for it too. Not that much money, but they get paid for it. Like to do one commercial, you can pay them like a few $1,000s for. That's pretty good. I can also make a game too, an SHL game. Yeah, better than the NHL games. I have enough money to put a good like I can put 500 million towards my SHL games. That way you get an unheard of experience for the fans who are going to purchase the games, obviously, and the players get paid for that too. Ivan, does the game revenue go to the league? Yes, the game. I take a piece of it, but I want to put some of the money back into the league because I can't pocket all the profits. I have to put money back into the teams. Obviously, you got each team has to have an operating budget for each season. So if I make $30 billion a year per season, I'll pocket 17 billion. I put 13 billion back into the teams. Each team has an operating budget of 500 million a season. Obviously, for the hotel costs, the flights, everything, the per dimes, everything. Obviously, how much would we give the players for per dime? You can give the players a good 100, like $30 per dime. That's good enough because I'm already paying them enough. So when they travel and everything and they stay at the hotels, do you want them staying at suites? No, you're gonna drain the budget. No. Have them stay at standard hotels, nice, beautiful hotels, but not suites, man. You're gonna drain the budget if you do that, man. Sarah. Ivan, how many games a season? 82 games. 82 games a season, like the NHL. And you want a 7-game series for the Stanley Cup and the playoffs? Yes, a 7-game series for the conference finals, divisional finals, the Stanley Cup. Not the Stanley Cup. I don't know what I'll call my cup, but I mean, you have to come up with a name for the cup, guys. Yeah, I will come up with a name for the cup. Yeah, you have to come up with a name for the cup, the championship game cup, obviously. The NFL doesn't even have that kind of operating budget. The NFL peaks at like 20 billion a season. The NHL, each team has maybe an $80 million operating budget around there in the NFL. 100 million. And the really rich teams, maybe 100 million a year per season operating budget in the NFL. And for my league, every team has like a $500, $450 million a year operating budget for team per team, obviously. The players get sponsored with all the Under Armour, everything. The SHL skates, the SHL sticks, league sticks, the SHL helmets, the SHL shoulder pads, padding, everything. You know what I'm saying? They get sponsored with all the Under Armour, all the off-season stuff, like the Under Armour, the protein shakes, everything sponsored, paid for by the league. Paid by me through the league, right? I'm paying the bills, obviously. Will you be running the league? No, I'm not running the league, no. The presidents for each team, the presidents and board members for each team, they run the team and league on my behalf. Because I paid for it, the majority of the revenue goes to me and VJ, obviously. That's how it works. Obviously, as Victoria Justice will be owning the league with me, obviously, as my money is VJ's money. Right, sweetie? Yeah. Yeah. Even Wayne Gretzky for like shit, yes, he will. He's gonna wish, man, I wish I was born in this generation. I got to be a legend in Ivan's league. As all these guys who were legends in NHL would have been legends in my league too, but they were not born at the right time. They were born in a different generation. That's why they're gonna feel like shit. And they know I can pay them with more money, obviously. Sidney Crosby and Carmen Day will easily be able to negotiate for $45-50 million a year in my league. Like Carmen Davis is a generational talent, Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin, those guys would make their $48-50 million a year, man, playing in my league, man, with their league revenue too. They make way more money than what they're making in the NHL. Obviously. I'm sorry. But it's too late for those guys. Don't hate them, son. Yeah, it's too late for you guys. Don't hate them, son. Yeah. Yeah. Ivan, will the NHL fans still watch the NHL? Yes, they will, but they'll watch both leagues, but they're more like tuned into my league. The whole English speaking will be watching my fucking league, man. Mainly my team, but they're also the fans of the other teams are gonna watch those games too. Watch these other star players play, obviously. But I told you, Ivan, if the players get greedy and there's a lockdown to strike and they want like a $300 million cap, I'm gonna tell the league when I start the league. Obviously, look, man, if the players get greedy and they want a $50 million raise for the cap, don't do that. You're gonna drain the profits of the teams, man. Don't do that. No. Raise it to 15, maybe 20 million. That's good enough. You guys are already paying these players enough. If they're pissed off that I'm making all the money, don't hate me. And I pay for this shit. I was nice enough to make sure I pay you guys a lot of money. This is good enough. You don't make this in the NHL. If you don't like what I'm paying you, go play in the NHL. Don't hate me. Yeah, go play in the NHL. There you go. Yeah, I'm very generous. Yes, I'm very generous. I'm gonna be making my billions, man. My tens of billions are for the league. So it doesn't hurt to make sure the star players get paid and they live a great life with their family and everything. Obviously. Yeah. Will the players get endorsement deals? No. There's no endorsement deals for my league because I did not sell to the gatekeepers. Obviously. When you get any sponsors for your league? No. No, there is no sponsors for my league. My brand is 100% SHL sponsored. Obviously, because I did not sell to the gatekeepers. Because I have the keys, I don't need any sponsors. I don't need any sponsors to help my league out. I have the keys. I'll be making my billions like an easy fun. It's enough money for the league to survive and make profit, obviously. Everything in my league, so for my league, everything is just SHL sponsored. There is no sponsorship. It's just mainly SHL, obviously. But the players, no, sorry, the players will get endorsement deals. They'll be endorsing SHL products and they get paid for it. They endorse SHL products and they get paid for it, obviously. And they get paid for the commercials. You want magazines too, like the SHL magazines, yeah. Do SHL magazines the star players only, and they interview them and everything, and they can do that. They get the star players get paid for it. Obviously. You know what I'm saying? Common everything, Crosby. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, man, like, don't do this to us, man. We're gonna feel like shit, man. When you get what you deserve, man, you want to keep me behind the scenes and cause mess of my life. When I'm king, you're left behind and you're not saved and you miss out on opportunity. You get what you deserve. Don't hate him. Like, yeah. Sorry. It's too late for you guys. Don't hate him. Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, it's too late for us. Yeah, it's too late for you guys. You guys are all old now, man. Connor McDavid is still young, but he's like at the midpoint of his career. He's pushing 30 now. Usually, after your 30s, that's when you're past your prime, and you're closer to the end of your career, your hockey career, your NHL career, right? Like David's still young, but he's 30 now. He's like pushing 30 now. I'll be starting my pro hockey league, hypothetically speaking, in like 10, 12 years from now. So he'll be like in his 40s and he's past his prime, and he'll be retired by then. Connor McDavid will be retired. Sidney Crosby would have been long retired. Ovechkin, Malkin, all those guys, all retired. Obviously. And the rookie players now will be like in their 30s too, like 33, 34. So those guys, some of those guys can play in minor league, but because they're now past their prime, they won't be able to negotiate for as much money. But they can still make more than what they make in the NHL, maybe $16, $17 million. That's insane. If they leave the NHL, obviously. Obviously. Like, will your league just be filled with a bunch of young players? No. You draft players, you sign undrafted free agents, and you obviously have to grab some players from the NHL too. Obviously, who are once their contract expires, you grab some of the veteran guys, because it's good to mix veteran guys with rookie young guys. You have to balance it with veterans and rookie players. So some of the veteran players in the NHL who are what, in like 12 years from now, hypothetically speaking, when their contract's up, they can sign in my league if the GMs are interested in them, which they will. My league will be grabbing quite a bit of players from the NHL, obviously, who are veterans, and drafting the best players in Canada, America, and Europe, and signing undrafted free agents who didn't get drafted, obviously, in America, Canada, and Europe. So if you want to do a combine and everything, yes, do a combine, draft the best players in for my SHL hockey league, obviously. That's how it works, right? Yeah. So Sarah? Yeah, I'm gonna clean the house tomorrow. I'm fucking tired, man. After this video, I'm gonna walk the store. I'm gonna get myself a pack of smokes, and then I'll clean the house tomorrow. Obviously. If we get a 20 pack, yeah, I'll get a 20 pack. I can't get a 25. It's gonna drain my money. Obviously. Would VJ support you? Yeah, VJ would support me. Yeah, just tell me, yeah, if you want to be a pro hockey player, be my guest. I think you're crazy. No, VJ, I want to be a movie star with you. But hypothetically speaking, VJ would support me. Yeah, Ivan, you can be a pro hockey athlete, and I'll just do my albums. I'll do my album. I'll have my music career. You can do your pro hockey thing, Ivan. That's what VJ would tell me. She'll support me, obviously. After what I fucking did for her, right? No, and I'll support you, sweetie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hands on my SHL hockey will blow the NHL water, hypothetically speaking, right? Yeah. Anyways, this is Vera. Hope you guys enjoyed this show. It's Ivan. I'm saying, peace. Don't hate him. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this show.